Hello everyone, Richter here with another Torchlight Infinite video. Today I want to showcase a little bit the build that I'm playing at the moment, which is in essence a mana stacking with Youga. I wanted to build a mana stacking character, and I think Youga has the potential to be the best one. This is due to the mechanic with the spirits that basically cast the skills for you, which allows you to use the channeling ability to spend the mana to actually scale the mana spending mechanic of most of the mana stacking items, which in essence means that you will have many avenues to scale the damage with Youga. So first of all, is this a cheap character? Not really. This is not a league started character because you probably need these two items, and maybe even this one. I think these two are the most important. This one is I'm still testing and is debatable whether or not I'm gonna keep it. But I know that Caster Shield and Compensatory Life basically make the archetype. The good thing about Compensatory Life is that it will give you basically a free aura as long as you are not on low life. This is easily done with Caster Shield, because this increased mana compensation means that it's fairly easy for you to, for instance, reserve an imbue with even something like imbue buff and still be able to keep yourself above 35%, and then you can reserve the rest of the things, cheap auras for damage in your mana, and then you'll be getting spell amplification, which is an additional damage for every single spell type and damage type that you're doing with spells. From then it's just basically craft your gear with intelligence, mana, and for instance I use a beacon for spell burst, and boots have mana, rings have intelligence and added damage, and the other avenue of scaling this will be with focus blessings. My stats at the moment, let's see it here, is 431 intelligence, some 3k energy shield, 6k mana, and I'm using Blizzard at the moment, but I'm still debating which is gonna be my skill. This is because I have to test some of these of the noble and magnificent supports. So for Blizzard, I'm doing the new one, which is, I'm not doing Avalanche, I'm doing Numbing Cold, which means every single time that the Blizzard is cast, you're getting cold penetration per barrage wave, and we're doing one wave plus here, and that is 3, and this is plus 3, so this is 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7 waves in total, for a total of 6 times 7 penetration, 42% spell penetration. This penetration is very hard to come by nowadays in the current state of the game, so I think this one has the potential to be very good. The quick decision increasing the cast speed allows the spell burst to charge faster, I think, and the psychic burst is just undefeated for any spell burst build. The path of lanes is mainly for me to be able to quickly spend mana, and I'm doing Grudge. The Grudge allows me to paralyze with enemies that have Biting Cold, and Guard is just to generate barrier for some additional defense. Biting Cold is my curse of choice. I just want this basically nothing here is very good. You just want to automate it if you can, and that's pretty much it. Activation Meteor Burst is very cheap and it's one of the best ones because it basically the trigger doesn't have a cooldown, and the spell itself has some benefit like cooldown recovery speed. You can add duration, something like that. Maybe effect can be had here, but I haven't checked that one. Mana Ball is just free spell damage, and the important thing about Mana Ball is that this consumes your mana per second, which allows you to which helps you with the mana consumption mechanic of the uniques. And you pair this with Well Fought Battle, Mass Effect, and just Preparation. It could be a medium here, but it doesn't really matter. You just want this to cast sometimes per fight. After the 3 times, you get the maximum effect of Well Fought Battle, and Mass Effect will always give you the max effect, the max amount of effect. Outside of that, there's nothing here that actually increases how good this will be. This used to be able to for 5-link Mana Boil, for instance, but it's no longer the case. Secret Origin Unleash is a lot of cast speed, and cast speed increases the spell burst charge speed. So same thing, I'm triggering on after you use the spell burst. I'm adding duration here. I'm also doing Mass Effect and Wolf of Battle and some secondary duration. Then doing Ice Imbue. Of course, you will want a precise version here. Same thing about the Frigid Domain, and here's Imbue buff for the more additional cold damage. And Frost Heat, dealing 20% spell cold damage, 20% of intelligence as spell's cold damage is very good for clear. Frigid Domain is basically I think one of the best damage auras that is in the game at the moment. Because it applies the debuff to the enemy, which acts as an additional layer of multiplicative damage. For instance, Swiftness is just for extra mobility, but one thing that could replace Swiftness here is Magical Source for some extra, flat region, or maybe Rejuve or another defensive aura. And then Thunder Magus, it got changed. This used to only give you attack and cast speed. Now it gives you cast speed, attack and cast speed, and additional damage. So I think it's a no-brainer to be had with every single build. You could have Fire Magus as well, or you could do one of the other defensive Magus, such as the Erosion Magus or the Rock Magus for less hit damage taken. And in the passives, this is one of the this I'll be toying around with this a lot, but basically you want mana, you want crits, most likely you want spell damage, spell burst speed, focus blessings, and focus blessing generation, and of course spell skill level. So for instance, intelligence normally only gives extra damage, but once you have this node here, you're gonna get 3 mana for pay 8 intelligence. So once you have the node, if you have like 500 intelligence, you will get yeah, it's, let's say you have 500 intelligence, then you get 3 mana per 8 intelligence. You divide that by 8, and you're getting around 200 mana from this node. It's good as much as you stack higher intelligence. But even, I mean, you will stack intelligence regardless, because it's a multiplicative damage modifier for you. So you're gonna get that anyway. Here, Beacon Chili is very good because allowing you to get to the maximum focus blessings as fast as possible is ideal to reduce the time you take to ramp the damage, and allows you, if you have a constant source of focus blessing generation, you can basically keep running secret. You can have Secret Origin Unleash running all the time, because it starts to consume your blessings to empower the effect. So that's why I like Chili with the blessing amulet, with the beacon amulet. But otherwise, you'll go beacon or get beacon in like a crafted amulet. Insight is for the additional spell damage. Preparation seems decent as well, but I think Insight has given me the best result at the moment. Arcanist is the mana tree, and here I think pretty much any of this is almost the same. Mana is more defensive. Full load and Frostbitten seem to be very similar in terms of damage, but Frostbitten is damage against Frozen. If you're not scaling Frozen effect or Frozen duration or Eman duration in general, you're gonna not be benefit from Frostbitten a lot, so then full load becomes better. Here I'm just grabbing maximum mana, cast speed, grabbing crits. I can grabbing crit where you can. This I run without this mana regen and this, and basically my mana started to decay. So I think medium talent, this mana regeneration speed, and these two, and along this one are very important. You probably cannot run mana stacking without these 3 nodes. So it's going to be very difficult to not use Arcanist. Then in terms of the notables, again, it's full load, and of course Mind Focus is the reason why you're that allows mana stacking to basically be somewhat competitive. Every single stack of Focus Blessing will add 0.8% of your maximum mana as cold damage. So for me, if we look at max mana at the moment is 6.292k, so 0.8% of that. So it seems that you can read Mind Focus as being 40% added flat cold damage. That seems too high for what it gives. Maybe maybe you could do it. Try not running Mind Focus, and maybe the damage will not be much different. So I don't think it's adding as much as it's advertised. 0.8 per stack of Focus Blessing over maximum mana seems like a lot of damage. I think it's more. My bad. It's actually more on the veins of 400 flat damage to spells, which seems more reasonable. You can see, for instance, this is without Mind Focus. It's something like Frozen Lotus, which basically is making my skill cost nothing, but if you add Mind Focus again, it should be fairly similar at the moment. But the more mana I add, the more mana and the more Focus Blessings I add, the more value I will be able to get out of Mind Focus. So again, if you Magister, you're gonna play this 3 every time you're playing a Spellburst build. You want these 3 nodes. You want always want bunch, and you always want play safe, basically. The other thing is this Focus Blessing seems like a good scaler as well. And this node is very good defensively. Basically, you get too low energy shield, your energy shield immediately starts to recharge. Then you get mana for max energy shield per intelligence, allowing you to give you another vectors to scale through intelligence. So intelligence becomes down much better. Some flat energy shields, and some extra intelligence here. With this node, and while doing something like this one, this Divinity Slate, energy shield cannot be interrupted if started 1 second after. You get to low life, you get 1 second to charge a little bit of your ES. Then if you get to low ES again, then you start to recharge again. So basically it gives you this loop while on low, allowing you to get back to a safe space in terms of energy shield. For Slates, I'm doing, of course, the max spells burst. Chance to gain tenacity and agility blessing when I get focus. So this is my source of tenacity and focus and agility blessing. Agility increases the cast speed and movement speed, and tenacity increases just defense. Cooldown speed and skill duration is something that I'm testing for the other skill that I'm using. And cold skill level scales Blizzard at the moment, which is the one I'm using. And you can also get here something this was already good slate. Elemental penetration for each element of the enemy. So this is at least you're getting frostbite. So if you add more elements, you're gonna get a lot of value out of this node. And then this one, additional spell damage per skill used recently. That seems to scale. The skill cost doesn't seem to scale again because of the gloves. Nothing that modifies skill cost seems to work at all. So that means that you can benefit and you can profit from that at the same time as you're paying the price of it. So that means you can basically take effects that reduce or increase your skill cost while giving you something else, but you don't really have to pay the price for having a lower skill cost. So this is the setup at the moment. This is not ultra competitive right now, but it's a proof of concept that I want to do. I want to play. I'm gonna stack in to see how good it is to scale both offensive and defensively. So if you're doing something like this or doing another Youga build, let me know in the comments what you think will be a good idea. Oh, by the way, I'm forgetting the hero trait. So here I'm doing this one, which basically means it seals some of your mana, but you get extra cast frequency for the shadow. That's the way you can see the shadow casting super fast, and this gives you the second shadow, which is way better than this one. And right now these are just level 2. You can of course get them to orange, get them to level 5, and that will give you an exponential amount of damage. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if the audio is better. I think it should be better this time, and if it's not, I'll try to work on it next time. Thank you and have a great day.